Love, the rules versus the real rules. Suppose you've heard of rules about dating, especially like rules for girls. Here, let's go back. We are teddy bears. Those teddy bears, we love to be affectionate. And we like to give hugs. So as a teddy bear, I'm an expert on these things. Have a look. Yeah, love to hug, love to share hugs. But basically, The Rules was a silly book written back in the 90s by, a couple of people who probably thought they would, it was right, but they weren't relationship experts. They weren't sort of counsellors or whatever. They were just ordinary people. So what they were basically saying is a girl should make herself easy to be with but hard to get. Put herself on a pedestal. That's what they were saying. Girl should put herself on a pedestal and be kind of unattainable, because a man will think she's easy if she's too friendly. If she's too forward, he'll put him off. Now, The Rules was designed to catch a certain kind of man. The Mr. Right in The Rules is a kind of man who does not like women with a mind of their own, women with opinions, women who are just natural women. These are men who don't really like women, who I don't think they do. They just want to be in control. So these men easily become upset or angry, and they probably wouldn't like it if a woman was too forward. I mean, it's about making the man feel like a king. He's a king, but you will always be his little princess. You will never be his equal. These men do not like assertive women, and they will think there's something wrong with a woman if she is kind, affectionate, passionate and loving. If a woman helps him, he will take what she gives him. She won't like her for giving. He will think she's a soft touch. There's something wrong with her for being affectionate and generous. He will think there's something wrong with her. But he will take what she gives. What a dreadful person. If he thinks she's pathetic for giving, he should just say it. Instead of taking from her, she says, right, you're not for me. You're too nice. You're affectionate. You're kind. You give me presents. You call me. You tell me you love me. You want to help me. You just want to be there for me. I hate that. You're no good. You're pathetic. You're being a decent person. I can't stand that. He should just tell her. But no, he takes what she gives him. So in other words, that's what kind of a man is that? Not much of a man. Ungrateful, a coward and a parasite. Takes from her and then is ungrateful, and he thinks badly of her. Now, women, don't waste your time on such men. They don't respect women. They don't know how to be kind, don't know how to care or love another person. They are they're hateful and sort of angry. I mean, there are loads of lovely, wonderful men, but this is just a small number. It's a small number of men who are like this. And that's what these rules are for. Avoid. And, I mean, like attracts like. He deserves a woman who's going to be like him, a woman who is ungrateful, a woman who's argumentative, who is cold, who holds back emotions, who doesn't give love, who isn't very warm. You deserve somebody like that. So, play that game. If you want a man like that who is unloving, put yourself on a pedestal, play hard to get. Because a real woman wants love, like these bears. We know about affection. If you love somebody, just tell him, right? Just tell him. Now, the real rules tell you to be yourself. But these rules, I don't think, like be a creature unlike any other. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Be yourself. Be yourself. It says don't talk to a man first and don't ask him to dance. Well, if you like a guy, what's wrong with talking to him? What's wrong with asking him to dance? Nothing wrong with that. And a lot of men, decent guys, would be happy that you made the first move. Another rule, don't meet him halfway or go Dutch on a date. Make him pay for everything. Well, no, there's nothing wrong for a woman to offer to pay. It just shows you care, it shows you respect him. He might be having financial problems, so you helping him to pay, to go Dutch, that's no bad thing. And then there's a rule about don't call him and rarely return his calls. Because if you call him, he's going to think you've got nothing to do, you've got no life, you're sad girl. Well, that's a stupid rule. If you like him, call him, if you're a passionate kind of woman, you love talking to people, return his call, talk to him, he'll feel loved. These rules, like I said, work on men who are cold and emotionless, but for a nice guy, he'd appreciate you calling him. Of course, if he's busy working, then of course you can't call him, but he will appreciate you. And there's all this stuff about ending the call first. No, just go with how you feel. And there's stuff about don't accept a Saturday night date after Wednesday. There's all these rules about, don't accept rules and follow a certain number of minutes and hours before you call. No, don't do that. Just be true to yourself. Because if you're worried that he isn't going to like you for calling him, then, he's not worth being with. Fill up your time before the date. That's another one. What? Look, if you love a guy and you're passionate about him and you like him, there's nothing wrong with showing it. There's all this stuff about ending dates first and stop dating him if he doesn't buy you a romantic gift for your birthday or Valentine's Day. Well, what if some guys, they don't know what to buy? You have to give them hints. They're very loving. If they don't, you can't just dump a guy because he doesn't know what to get you. Maybe you need to give him hints. Maybe talk to him, because they're not mind readers. You can't say stuff like, well, you should know. Well, they don't know. They're just people. You can't just do that. There's loads of lovely guys out there and a real man will surprise you in ways you just cannot imagine. A decent guy will. All this stuff about don't see him more than once or twice a week. Well, it shouldn't be about number of hours and days. See him as often as you two want to see him. No more than casual kissing on the first date. Well, I suppose you shouldn't. Well, you should do what you feel comfortable with. Always keep your standards high. Always be true to yourself. That's what you should do. And know what there are people who do more on the first day, who will go beyond the first base. If that's what you want, fair enough. And that's what you want, because that's what some people want. But don't do things you don't want. It says don't rush into sex and stuff. Well, again, go with how you feel. There is some shallow men will think, oh, she gave it to me, well, I've got to get rid of her, she's easy. Well, he's easy too. It takes two to tango. Stuff about don't tell him what to do. Let him take the lead. Well, a relationship should be a two-way thing. Let him, talk. It's about communication. A man needs to connect with your mind and your heart. That's what it should be. He should be your best friend. And it says don't expect a man to change or try to change him. Well, yeah. You can't change people. Some guys, like this bear here, let's go back, he's a player. Some guys are players, they're not ready to settle down, so they just want to try lots of different women, different types of women, you know, they're just heartbreakers. They're just, yeah, you've got to be able to judge what he's like. Is he serious for that relationship? Is he not? But it's true, you cannot change anybody. You can change yourself, start there. And women fall in love with men's potential. You can meet, there are a lot of people who are very intelligent. You can see them doing great things, but they do not achieve their full potential. They only do certain things. So you can imagine them doing great stuff, but it's not going to happen. That guy is not gonna be what you want him to be. So accept him as he is now. You know, as you find him, as he is, accept him, and then it will be fine. Otherwise, you'll be just deluding yourself. You'll be disappointed. So yeah, and don't open up too fast. Well, it's about you should tell him what you want to tell. If you're both exchanging and talking, you should. I mean, the more he knows about you, and the more you know about him, you can connect. This connection with the mind and the heart. Don't hold back. Don't hide things. If you're passionate about something and you love something, tell him. You know, like if you're into sports or whatever, or you're kind of adventurous, and why not? Why worry that he's going to reject you? He won't. See, there's nothing wrong with chasing him if he you're both got to be friendly towards each other and be honest. Because if you like a quiet woman, a placid woman, and you play this, follow these stupid rules, you and me forever, kiss for you, that's so sweet. If you play these stupid rules, no, let's face it, rules and games, the games they're for little kids. Love is not a game. You've got to be true to yourself. Show him your true self. And because otherwise he's going to be in for a surprise. If later on he finds out you are not the woman, the woman he saw when he was seeing, suddenly he sees you're a different person, he's going to feel like, he's going to be it's a shock for him. Where did this come from? How did this happen? So don't sort of play games. Don't play with each other. I mean, some people do. Some guys, they can be quite, to them it's a game to mess with girls, play with their hearts. That's just wrong. Here's a teddy bear surprising a girl. That's what a man should do, surprise her in ways she can never imagine, in a lovely way. A decent guy will. Don't date a married man. That's very important. Never, ever, ever make sure a man is single and available. Never don't do that to another woman. If you know he has got a woman, do not go there. Don't do that, because it's not fair, really. That's the most important thing. It says slowly involve him in your family life. Well, you've got to take it at a pace that's good for you, that's right for you. Be easy to live with. It says be easy to live. In other words, it's saying hold back. Just don't make things difficult for him. Don't tell him things that will upset him, blah, blah. He can't take it. Well, an immature person can't take it. Any immature guy won't be able to take it, but a mature man, he will be able to take whatever you've got to tell him. He will be able to take it. So the rules are made to catch a certain kind of man, if that's what you want. Certain kind of woman who wants a certain kind of man. You know, if that's what you're like, go ahead, go find this kind of immature guy. But for all the rest of us who are emotionally, you know, healthy, normal, we want a healthy, emotionally healthy, normal kind of guy. Somebody who's loving, who wants to give love, who can accept love. That's what we want. So, there are guys who play games. If he thinks you're sad and desperate for asking him out or talking to him, well, he's the one with the problem. The rules are extremely stupid. Don't follow them. Be your authentic self. If you're a warm, loving woman, be that. Just be that, and you'll find, you know, if he doesn't like you, that's his problem. There are guys who like to have their egos massaged. You have to compliment him all the time. And when you stop, he'll suddenly say, he'll never compliment you. But you have to compliment him. And he'll say, oh, where's he gone? I thought you liked me. Well, it's a two-way. You obviously don't like me. Why am I going to waste my time chasing you? I'm not chasing you. This is all one way. It's too much like hard work. And some men play games. They pretend to be nice, and then they're really horrible to you, and they're usually nasty to nice girls. I don't know why. Is it to rationalize their hatred for nice women? Maybe they can't get a nice woman, so they're horrible to a nice girl, so when the nice girl rejects him, it's like, oh, yeah, I was right all along. And then you get the playboys. Well, we don't need men who play silly games. You want a sweet guy, and there's a lot out there. So if they reject you for being warm, if you do not follow the rules. So if you don't follow the rules, you'll be happy. Yeah. If a guy rejects you for being yourself, well, good riddance to him. Good riddance, because then that's one wrong person off the list. You'd be closer to find somebody. And there are loads of good guys out there, And so, just be loving and be kind, and yeah, you'll find the right person. You'll live happily ever after. So there's good night, love you, say these teddy bears. So yeah, that's my opinion. Just be yourself. Forget the rules, they're just stupid. So lots of love to you. Be like a teddy bear. And if you're the sort to hug and cuddle, be a huggy, cuddly bear. We love that. Good night. Bye-bye, sweet dreams.